Jai Gurudev, welcome to this satsang. Today I want to talk about a very important part of our body. Normally we are used to that we have a system of energy, right? We have something called the chakras. So according to Kriya, there is only 6 centers or 6 chakras. The 7, what we know as the crown chakra or the Sahasrara, is not actually a chakra according to Kriya Yoga. In Kriya Yoga, we work a lot with something called the medulla oblongata. So the medulla oblongata is seated in the back here of the head, a little bit inside. You see, you have this part of the brain that's a little bit hard here, right? Just under this, you have this soft dot, right? Like the top of the neck. So according to the Bible, this point or this part of the body, the medulla oblongata, is called the mouth of God or the seat of the soul. So this is very interesting because all the cosmic energy that we download goes into the medulla oblongata, and then the medulla oblongata moves this energy out to the rest of the chakras. And then the chakras are connected to different parts of our system, right? Emotional parts, mental parts, physical parts, and also parts that are more subtle, parts that are connected to the physical world, the mental world, the emotional world, the astral world, and so on. So why do I mention this? Why do I want to talk about the medulla oblongata? It is because if you can start to connect with this point, you are going to expand your expand your light, so to say, expand your consciousness, expand your inner visions. Because now I see many people today, if we talk about meditation, we often have like a focus point, right? We have the focus point in the heart. We may have the focus point in the third eye, right? But what happens with this is Dharana Dhyan Samadhi. Patanjali talked about that first we need to come into concentration, dharana, then dhyan, meditation. Today when we sit for meditation and we just go directly into a focus point, the problem is that we have so much turbulence still in the mind. So it's very hard for us to really just have one focus point, like the concentration, very, very direct, right? Because mind works like this. Mind comes with new thoughts. What should I do later? What happened yesterday? And so on, right? So what we need to do is we need to connect with the breath. We need to connect with the breathing. You know, when we connect with the breathing, we connect with the more subtle, deeper part of ourselves. Okay? Because the breath and the mind is also connected. When we start to slow down the breathing, we start to slow down the process of thoughts. So I'm going to give you a few diamonds in this session, okay? So first and foremost, I know all of us, we want to find peace, right? We want to be happy, right? Everyone is looking for happiness one way or another. Some way we may be delusioned by the way we think we are searching for happiness, right? We think the happiness lays in material things or physical experiences or whatever, right? But somewhere I believe that every one of us wants to be happy, yeah? So when there is too much in the mind, when there is too much turbulence in the mind, we will never be able to experience happiness. Happiness comes when we connect with the Atma, when we connect with the soul, right? Soul is the Atma. But when we are connected to mind, there can be happiness, but there will not be a long-lasting happiness. They will be there for a little while, right? You are happy a few moments when you get what you have desired, and then a new desire will come, isn't it? Right? We want something, we long for this, we get it, and how long will the happiness for this thing last? Not very long, right? Before the mind creates a new desire that we start to chase. So this is how it goes. So what we have to do is we have to bring the attention inwards. And this we can do with the help of meditation, with the help of breathing, and with the help of changing the focus point. And we need to use the focus point after we have stilled the mind. Okay? Not before you have stilled the mind, because the mind will still be active. And when the mind is active, it's going to be very hard for you to really find one point where you hold your concentration. So we are going to do an experiment here. I want you to join this short meditation to see if you can experience a more subtle or more deeper, peaceful experience by using this technique. Okay? So I told you that I'm going to give you a few diamonds here. So there's a few diamonds here. I'm not going to give the full technique because I'm just not going to do it. I'm going to give you a short experience. Okay? So first what you want to do is you want to put your tongue like this. Put your tongue in the roof of your mouth, because there's energy points, nadis, depending on our evolution. We have 72,000 to 350,000 nadis in our bodies. How developed we are spiritually, the more nadis we activate. So what we do here is we put the tip of the tongue in the roof, okay? And this will help you, this is the diamond, okay, to still the mind. This is a technique that will help you to still the mind. So this is something that you can use when you are doing your meditation practice. You just put the tongue like this. And what you do then, what we want to do now is we want to do a specific breathing in the spine. Okay? So now we want to connect with the spine, and we want to connect with the medulla oblongata here, okay? So what we are going to do is, first we are going to put all the attention in the spinal column, back of the spine, right? We start with holding the attention there, and then when you breathe in, you take a long breath in, as long as you can, right? Until you meet the medulla oblongata. And when you meet the medulla oblongata, you hold the energy there for 2 seconds, and then you breathe down again, the back, the spinal column, and when you reach that point, you breathe in again, up. Come to the medulla oblongata, you hold your breath for 2 seconds, and then you breathe out again. So we're going to do 5 breaths like this, okay? And at the same time, you hold the tongue and let the tongue touch the roof of your mouth, okay? So close your eyes. Now put all the attention the back of the spine, bottom of the spine, if you are sensitive, you may start to feel like a tingling energy now at the bottom of the spine. And prepare yourself now to take one long breath in 1, 2, 3. Hold it in the medulla. 1, 2. Breathe down again, the same way down. Breathe up again. Hold it in the medulla. Breathe out. Breathe up. Hold it in the medulla. 1, 2. Breathe out. Breathe in. Hold it in the medulla. 1, 2. Breathe out. Breathe in. Hold it in the medulla. 1, 2. Breathe out. Breathe in. Hold it in the medulla. 1, 2. Breathe out. Now, just let the attention rest in the third eye, point between your two eyebrows. And every time you breathe in through the third eye, and every time you breathe out through your third eye, the point between your two eyebrows. Okay, you can now open your eyes again and come back. So this is a part of a very nice Kriya technique on spinal breathing and to come in contact with the medulla oblongata in our third eye, and to move into a more peaceful state in our mind and in our body. So I would love to hear your experience, so please comment if you have any experience with this, and if you want to know the full technique, please send me a message and we can set up a session where I can give you the full technique of this breathing exercise. So to give you a little more explanation is that when we do the in-breathing up, this is called prana, and the prana expands your consciousness, okay? And then when you breathe out, this is called apana, and this removes old karma, okay? So this is a technique that also helps you to remove karmas that are stored in your spinal column, okay? So the spinal column is also called the Sushumna Nadi, is here where we breathe up and we bring a lot of prana, and when the prana goes up, it converts into spiritual energy. Okay, and this spiritual energy will help you to get in contact with your soul. Okay, help you to come in contact with the Atma, and help you to transcend mind, transcend ego. And when we breathe down, it helps you to remove evil, past life karma, karma from this lifetime, karma from past lifetime. But you have to understand one thing. We have to have full mastery over the technique, and we have had many, many lives. So all karmas will not be removed in one day. You have to take a little by little, right? So I'm very happy to sharing this technique, because I know this technique will transform you if you start to use it. So please send me a message if you want to, or contact me in any way if you want to have the full technique of this, and we can set up a session and I can give it to you. So have a good day. Lots of love. Jai Gurudev.